right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakathum. And this is your brother Yurah coming back in with another lesson. Sit down. I'm going to title this, We Are Not of the Night. We are not of the night. All right. Now, the inspiration comes off of a spiritual high, and in a recent gathering with a lot of the Midwest brothers, mainly in Chicago and all of the Midwest camps, Detroit. A lot of men were out there, and very spiritual things were going on here, man. All right. And one of the things that sat on my spirit is the Lord never just leaves us forsaken. The Lord always gives us a sign. He gives us a heads up. All right. And the men, and I can speak for the men of Great Millstone. I believe the men of Great Millstone would agree with me. I should say that. I don't want to speak for them. But the Lord gave us a sign that this thing is about to end, man. All right. And there's various, encounters that brothers can testify to that we saw when we were just among each other. But ultimately, we can feel it that this thing is over with. Now, before I get that, I'm going to go to the account because the brother we spoke with last night, Brother Kwa out of Jeff City, it came to my spirit when I mentioned it to him about how Noah, all right, was given a heads up, okay, before all hell broke loose, okay. Yep, Genesis 7. All right, and 1, okay, and it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. What is this gathering? That gathering is a separation period. Now, the same thing that happened then is getting ready to happen now. We're being hollowed out from these people. The other Israelite camps are doing us the favor by distancing themselves away from us. Now, they think it's to our destruction, all right, but it's to their destruction, okay? Because they get along with this world way more than we do. We're the most hated camp, and that's a good thing, okay? So we have a spiritual ark, a spiritual hedge around us, man. All right. And that's true for all members of the elect. OK, but there's a spirit resting on particular camps to get the lion's share of the message out. OK. Verse 2, it says, of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, and male and his friend, and of beasts that are not clean by 2, the male and his female. Of fowls, and you get the point. I'm gonna go down to verse 4. It says, for yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. So there was a gathering period for Noah. Noah was out there preaching for years, and he didn't know the actual day that the Lord was going to bring the judgment. But what happened when the Lord said it's time? He got 7 days heads up. All right, do this. Okay. And that's essentially what's happening with the elect. The elect can read what's going on and through the spirit. Okay. They're not in this aloof, happy-go-lucky, let me sell merchandise and debate people's spirit, man. All right. When they see the news and they see how things are developing. All right. They are more of the spirit of Noah and his family, who saw this as a solemn thing, similar to the spirit of the Passover. Okay. You carve yourself out, you remove yourself, okay, and you come into the spiritual ark. All right. I'm going to get to my point with the light. Okay. So this is what we're doing. All right. And it came to mind, this precept. All right. And 1 Thessalonians, I'll just start at 1. We know this by heart. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why did he say that? Because the men these were not just Greek Thessalonians, okay? These were Israelite Thessalonians who understood who they were, All right. And that's who Paul is writing to. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. All right. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, and as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And this is the spirit that we're in. We understand that there is no comforter. There is no time to just get comfortable. As soon as you do that, the Lord can bring the destruction on you. All right. Because we don't dwell in darkness. You see, if you dwell in darkness, you don't understand what's going on. All right. You can only hear in darkness. You can't see and hear. All right. You're limited in what you can perceive. All right. And that's how you get destroyed, man. All right. Just not having the light to be able to see. That's why the metaphor of being blinded is used. Because that's a grievous thing to go through when you're under attack, is to not be able to see. And we are under attack. We are at war. Okay. Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness. Okay. And that ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. All right. We already have a spiritual warning of what's getting ready to happen. That's why there's a constant culling and reproof amongst the ranks to make sure our house is in order, because we know what's getting ready to happen. We know it's close. Okay. It says, you are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. All right. We're not of darkness. Okay. We're not of the night. So we're not going to be confused and confounded, going off into these wayward doctrines, missing breakdowns, ignoring clear prophecy that's unfolding on the earth. All right. Mainly the charagma that we speak about all the time, Revelation 13. You're in darkness if you don't see what the charagma is, man. All right. There's no other way around it. You don't have the light if you don't know what the charagma is. All right. It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And this is why you don't see us engaging in debates. This is why you don't see us doing all of this extra stuff. All right. Look, in the game of basketball, man, if you can't make a layup, it don't matter how good you are dribbling between your legs, going behind your back. If you can't score points, you have no value. And that's what a lot of you camps are going to find out, doing all this extra stuff, logos and promotions and these clickbait titles. All right. You're sleepwalking. That's what you're doing. It says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet and the hope of salvation. And that's exactly the spirit that the brothers were in. All right. We are Israelites. We know how to have fun and enjoy and mirth, but the priority is we're about to all get tried heavily, man. All right. And we want to be on the ark. Okay. We go over to John, the 12th chapter here. I'm going to start at verse 35. It says, and Yahweh said unto them, yet a little while is the light with you. All right. And the light is speaking about him as you walk the earth. It says, walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you. All right. So if you have the light, man, you got to walk with it, man. Okay. You can't just stand in one spot. The light's going to go out and you've made no progress. You haven't gone anywhere. All right. If you're given the light, you're supposed to walk with this thing. All right. And that's the other side of it. Okay. You can't just put your lamp under a bushel, so to speak, as the scriptures say. All right. It says, for he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. And that's the point. Y'all are going to be confused and confounded, and that's going to be a plague. Just not knowing what the hell is going on is going to be a plague. I did a lesson a while ago about wisdom and knowledge is going to be a spiritual power, something to that effect, and it's based off of Isaiah 33:6 here. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure," and wisdom is oftentimes represented as what? Light. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So if you're in darkness, guess what? You're going to be void of wisdom, void of knowledge, and guess what? You're going to be unstable. You're not going to be of sound mind. You're going to panic. You're going to bitch up. You're going to make rash decisions, and you're going to go right into the hands of the Heavenly Father's judgment, which is already written for you. Okay? Because deep down, you really don't fear the Lord. That's really what it's going to all boil. You don't fear the Lord enough to do the right thing, and ultimately you're going to be swept up into these various compounding mischiefs and plagues that are going to be all over Babylon the Great, which is America, and you're going to catch a missile. Okay, that's the consequences of just wandering around in darkness. Okay. It says, "While ye have light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of the light." Because if you're not of the children of the light, man, it's a horrible death. Okay? It is. There ain't no in between. The Lord is tired of in betweens. All right? Lukewarm spirits are going to get spewed out. All right? You can't be you can't know that you're an Israelite, but then want to get Kamala Harris in there for some benefits. No. We need to be sighing and crying out against this place because it's that wicked, man. All right. Ephesians 5:8. All right, now I'll end it here. All right. Let me see. I'll start at verse 6. Ephesians 5 verse 6. "Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience." All right? And these are vain words that these men who claim to be shepherds are giving you. See, none of this camp bait, who cut who and who got the upper hand on, none of that's going to matter. All right, in the time of the hour of temptation, okay, in the time of Jacob's trouble, which were basically begun, none of this is going to matter. All right, that's why it's called vain words. Okay, you can believe that the mark is Christianity or sin all you want, but you're still going to be faced with having to put something in your right hand or your forehead. So it's not going to matter. It's all vain because it's coming anyway, man. And what's going to happen? The wrath of the Most High. Read Revelation, the 14th chapter. Okay, to see what happened to those who take it. The MOTB, I mean. Okay, and we got to keep mentioning that because that's up next. That's the next chapter, and before the finality. Okay, and it says. Verse 7, "Be not ye therefore partakers with them." All right. In other words, separate yourself. Get on the ark. Okay. We're going to have light in our dwellings, as the scriptures say, when the death angel passes over this place. All right. You see why all of these stories are written and put down, and they have very spiritual meanings, because the elect that hear the voice of Yahushua, which are the scriptures, the word, if you will. All right. It's all going to click. It's going to make sense. Okay. And they're not going to be swayed by wayward doctrine. They're not going to be swept up thinking that the MOTB is dealing with white women. They're going to question that. They're going to say, well, it don't make no sense, because they have a deeper understanding, a deeper connection to the volume of the book. All right. They're not given over to their flesh's ulterior motives, because your flesh always has an ulterior motive. All right. Verse 8, main point, for ye were sometimes in darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord Yahweh. Walk as children of light. All right? And that's what we do. We stand 10 toes down on all of the controversial doctrines. All right? We're consistent with rebuke amongst our own ranks, and we'll do it publicly. Because that's a clean body right there. That means the immune system is functioning. Y'all don't have an immune system. And so what happens if your immune system is lazy or it doesn't do its job? What's going to happen? Pathogens are going to make its way in there. And it'll start small, but eventually they're going to take up more space than the actual body. Okay? And they're going to cause things to organs to malfunction. All right? It says, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. All right? And that's what we're doing. We're proving it, man. All right? Nobody can question the diligence. We go out on the highways and byways consistently every week. We do lessons and videos and sit downs all throughout the week. Because we got to make it crystal clear what's acceptable of the Lord, man. All right? By example, by breaking things down. Okay? Maintaining our fear of the Lord. Okay? It says, verse 11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. And an unfruitful work is selling things using the truth, man. Merchandising the truth. Engaging and entertainment. Okay? That's a separate thing, man. Okay? You're not to mingle that with the truth. That's unfruitful. Okay? And I just thought of another lesson. I'm going to write it down. Bear with me while I'm doing this before I forget. Okay. It's basically it. All right. But I'll go down to verse 14. It says, for it is a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. And do we hide our shenanigans? When a brother does something off, all right, he gets corrected immediately. All right. And I can testify and witness that's on camera and off camera. Okay, we're not actors. What you see on the camera is what we do in real life. Okay, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light. All right. The truth always comes out anyway, so you might as well shine your light on it first. All of these things, this backbiting, these rumors people like to spread, these slanders, it's all going to come to light. Okay? The scriptures say we're going to be found blameless, just like Yahushua was. They tried everything to trip him up to make him look crazy. They couldn't find anything. So what did they do? They just lied and got him, crucified anyway. But the Lord is not having that this time. The scriptures say not a hair on your head is going to be touched this time. Okay? Collectively speaking, some brothers will go through their trial, and they may have to be beheaded. All right? But the spirit to endure and to overcome these things, that's already in us, man. We've already got the victory. All right? It says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. So with that, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash, Shalom, Kwame Yasharala. On to the next.